Hello guys, I believe you're doing well on this one, and I want to give you a shout out, a thumbs up for completing the course up to this particular level. Alright, so that's thumbs up for you, bro. For this particular video, we'll be looking at what we call our core elements. Remember, we've talked about what? We've talked about heading tags, heading elements, and mixes of heading tags. We talked about paragraph elements, okay, and mixes of paragraph tags. We also talked about what? We talked about list elements. List elements, okay. Mixes of list item tag, and also on other, depending on the kind of list, if it's an ordered or on an unordered list. So that is what we call list element. So for this particular one today, we're going to look at anchor elements. Anchor elements. When the name anchor comes to your mind, what happens? What do you think about? It's something that is holding. Do you get it? Yeah. It's something that is holding like this. Another thing. Sorry, let me drag this closer. Okay, anchor is just meant to hook up something to another thing. Do you understand? So anchor elements are used to create hyperlinks. Have you been to a web page that they'll ask you to click on this link, and this link is a link will take you to a particular page? So that is done with the aim of anchor elements. That is done with the aid of anchor elements. Okay, so anchor element, they have the A tags like this. Okay, it opens up and it closes. So there is a particular pattern to present an anchor element. Okay, so first of all, we'll be dealing with the anchor element that is used to hold a link. Remember I told you anchor elements. Remember what the anchor does? It's used to hold something that is leading to another thing, right? Good. So we'll be looking at the href. We call it href. Okay, it's an attribute in anchor element. What do I mean by attribute? Attributes are those special HTML codes, or should I call them special HTML code that function, that has a particular function. We have an element that is used to include an image. If you want an image to appear on your web page, remember, if you go to some website, you see images, videos, and the rest. Okay, so that is achieved with the aim of what? Anchor elements. Do you understand? An element that is holding another thing. That is what anchor element. So one special thing we'll be looking about this anchor element is how it can be used to point to another web page. It can also be used for multi-web pages. You link them with what? As if they are linked. Alright? So excuse me for that. The anchor element looks like this. href. It could be. See, the wonderful thing about this codes is that href, once you type a particular code, it pops out. You click on it, then this will give you how the code should be structured. So I want to use this to explain. If you don't get it, if you don't understand, can you ask your questions in the comment section? So I want this my anchor tag to be a link that is leading to another web page. www.google Okay, just watch what's gonna happen now. Google. This is link to Google. Let me type here. Link to Google. Just don't bother about the codes. That's what I would advise you. Do not bother about the codes. Now, just watch what the code does. When you watch what the code does, you will have an idea when you come across creativity or creative scenarios whereby you will need the role of this particular anchor element. Are you following me? Is that clear? Or am I speaking to I hope it's not too difficult to understand. So I want to run this code. Let's just watch what this code happens. Okay, let's just not leave it like that. You can as well put a header, each one. That's why we learned about it. And this link to Google websites. Okay, and just put a horizontal line as well. This is what we call the horizontal line. Is called void elements. We will look at void elements. All right, we're going to look at void elements in the next video. Please, someone should be a reminder for me in case there are some lessons I made mention of in the video and I didn't touch it. So someone should remind me of that. So I'll create a special video for that, right? So this is H1 used to present Google websites, and I just decided to include this void element. We call this a void element. A void element is an element that does not have an opening and closing. Okay, it does not have an opening tag. It has a closing tag. Look at this H1 here. This H1 Google websites /H1. This H1 like this is an opening tag, but this particular slanted line that closes it is what many people will call it a closing tag. So this part is a closing tag, and this part is the opening tag. It's telling you that present this as a form of what? A header, and close it at this point after the E, after the website. I don't know if you get me. So after that, I want to include a horizontal line. I was telling you about void element. I said void element are element that does not have an opening tag. It's just like that on its own with the closing tag. So this tag is just represent horizontal line. If you go to some website, let's run it and see how it goes. Bruh. Yeah. This is what I'm showing you. So with the aid of anchor elements, you can be able to present links. This is appearing as a link, right? So that's the function of anchor elements. So anchor element can be used to present links to other web pages. Anchor element can be used to present images, videos, yes, on your web page. Do you understand? So that's just the function of what? Anchor element. So in a nutshell, they have this pattern. We call this our tag. After the tag, you have an attribute. So anchor element has different attributes. There's an attribute for link. This href is an attribute. It's used to indicate a link. So, but it is not this actual link that will be displaying. It is the content of the link is just after the opening tag of the anchor element. See, I don't know if it's clear, or just take it gently, okay? In case you're confused or a bit it's not so obvious, you can kindly hit me up so that I will do it. I'll make it clearer to you. If possible, have a one-on-one session and I'll make it clearer.